Shall we start?
Yes, Kai, sure.
The first question is that the film Man of Tai Chi sets in a lucrative underworld fight club, and the tiger chain involves in a killing race. How do you did such a film a little bit violent to us, and where did you get inspiration?
Yes, I play the villain in the film, and my character's name is Donica, and I run a security company, but I also run an underground fight club. We follow the lead actor Chen Hu, his character Chen Lin Hu, on this journey. He's a delivery guy. He's also has his master. He's a very high-hand practitioner of Tai Chi, Ling Kong Tai Chi. And he's also involved in a traditional wushu fighting tournament. He gets involved in order to, his temple comes under threat by Donica. And in order to save the temple, he has to raise money. So he gets involved with underground fighting. I make him an offer that he can't refuse. And so the idea of an underground fight club to me was a great way to show, in a Tai Chi way, his normal life, and then going underground into this dark kind of journey, this Shinmo kind of journey from dark into light.
So concerning the script, did you get some advices from the Chinese partners?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of speaks to what you were talking about. We were told to, to look at the intensity of the violence and blood. To me, I thought of it as in the States you have a rating system like a PG-13, like Batman would be PG-13, but there's some and then there's an R restricted rating for people over what is it now, 15, sorry. So we tried to make it keep the drama in the fighting, not have the blood, and so we just kind of that was what we did to make it okay.
So we know that for this film you live in Beijing for 7 months. And which Beijing elements or which place do you prefer to shoot? But the Chinese partner told you it's not forbidden, it's forbidden.
Oh, I didn't have that situation. Yeah, I didn't want to go anywhere that that people thought would be obstructive or an impact that wouldn't be good. I didn't want to have like a fight in in the Forbidden City. So
for the film, we know that some Chinese old people, they play Tai Chi in the morning in the park. Do you go there to watch them?
I would see that, but it was kind of nice to see that Tai Chi was being practiced, but we don't have a scene of that in the film.
So to some extent, I think this film is a co-production film between two countries, and I think that when cooperating, do you face some difficulties?
The first Chinese partner, or the first partner in the film, was China Film Group, and we had really great support from them. And then we went to the co-production is with Universal International, which is an American company, and with Village Roadshow Asia. So those are the three elements in terms of the co-production, and I was lucky in a sense to have really good support from all of them.
So how about the Chinese investors' participation to this film? To some extent, some co-production film, Chinese just they do not do so many things for the film, but to this film, I want to know that Chinese group film, what kind of things should they do for the film?
Well, I mean, because we filmed it in Beijing and we had CFG as a partner, CFG also has equipment rental and stuff, and has resources and facilities. So we filmed at the CFG lot at their studios, equipment rental, crews through CFG. So there was a lot of support in physical production, and of course we had financing support from CFG.
The martial people and the kung fu stars are like to show their martial action, virtuousness, arts. Could you show us your understanding of these three?
In what way?
So, in my opinion, the martial people like to show their kung fu action, the gesture, and their virtuousness and their martial arts to others, to you. How to understand this?
Well, I mean, it's a kung fu movie. It's a modern day kung fu movie with a really good story, and I hope that it can be enjoyed by people who love kung fu movies and people who just want to go see a good story. Chen Hu, the lead actor, is a very accomplished martial artist, but also movie kung fu. So there are a lot of sequences, action sequences with him. The virtuousness is definitely part of the story. You know, we're seeing Tiger's character go on this journey, you know, kind of into the dark path, and then come out, from the dark path, and then come out to the other side with a different understanding of himself and the world. And hopefully through his journey, we can have something brought back into our own life. The idea of thoughtfulness, the idea of dealing with power and control. And in the arts, I don't know, maybe the arts wouldn't be like painting or creative arts, but maybe the mental arts. You know, there's some ideas in the film about, like I said, thoughtfulness, and so I'll answer like that.
So in the film, some people watch the film, they told us you show the qi, Tai Chi qi. Maybe I think it means idea of the kung fu, of the Tai Chi in your movie. But I think it's very hard to be understood by contemporary Chinese people. So how do you show such an abstract philosophical element?
Yeah, it's throughout the film. I show it visually. The opening of the film is like flashing light and dark. Tiger has a master. I'm the villain, and it's a dark master. And so we hear what his master is talking about. His master's talking about controlling your chi, meditation, slow down, think about what you're doing. And then for me, as the villain, I'm like, don't think, just lose yourself. You don't need compassion, just fight, be better, be stronger. We deal with the idea of yin and yang like that, you know, light and dark, tranquility and movement, how they're separate, but everything's interconnected. And in the story itself, we hear, you know, he's a kind of traditional guy. He works as a delivery guy. We see him with his parents. He has a crush on a girl, and their relationship. But he's also going through this dark way, and how does he change himself? So we're dealing also with traditional, you know, his temple, and the cooperation and connection between traditional beliefs and the modern world. So hopefully the film has symbols, dialogue, images to help carry us and let us understand some of the Tai Chi ideas. And Tai Chi also is just, you know, it's life as well. You know, it's about being human in the world and existence and the nature, and nature as well. We have a nature idea.
Some people
so it's all in the movie.
Yeah, some people say that Tai Chi is a kind of philosophy. So do you watch them, or do you understand? How do you understand philosophy? Whose philosophy do you like?
Well, just what I was saying, I guess, exhibits some of the my thought. as a director. It's a collaboration, the story, so it's also Chen Hu's part of that. How does he speak with his master is different than how he speaks with his boss or with the other people that he interacts with. So I would just, what I said before, and like all of those themes of the ideas of, the yin yang, the opposite, the idea of balance, the idea of Tai Chi force, how you hard and soft style. That could be martial, it could be the Chuan, the fist part of it, or it could be the Ji part of it, like the idea of the internal, like the Qigong or just the internal side of that, the mental side.
I saw on the internet it said that you really like read the Taoism and Buddhism books, but your colleague said it's not true. So what kinds of books do you like read?
I've read a couple of Buddhist books and had a little Tao, and then what do I like to read? I like fiction. I like biography, a little history.
So we know that when shooting The Man of Tai Chi, you start in a Japanese movie, 47 Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
So in your opinion, what's the difference between Chinese and Japanese Kung Fu?
Oh gosh, the differences.
Totally different.
Well, are they? I don't know. I think that they maybe have the same. They have probably more in common than the differences.
You mean the common? I think it's just the gesture, action, but I think their philosophy is totally different.
I don't know. This is a long conversation, and maybe, if we were to look at, perhaps, if we just contrasted and compare, the idea of Shinto and Taoist practices. And
just to these two films, what's the difference about the Kung Fu?
Oh, well, if we're just talking about the two films, 47 Ronin is a samurai, and it deals more with the idea of Bushido, which is, in this film, it's dealing about honor, and, honor. It's historical, so it's, these samurai lose their lord, and they lose, face in a way, and they become Ronin. But they avenge the death of their lord, and they are afforded a samurai's death. So they commit seppuku, and they kill themselves for honor. That's that story. So it's very different than Man of Tai Chi, but
So you played a villain in The Watcher in 2000, I think, and after more than 10 years, you played villain again. Do you think you changed mentally for these two roles?
How do you mean?
So you played villain again. We want to know that after more than 10 years.
Oh, why did it take so long to play a villain again?
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for that. I would just say that was life. Yeah. I really enjoy playing the villain. Maybe I'll play some more in the future. But it was just circumstances.
We know that you have known Tiger Chen for more than 10 years, and you must understand him so well. So in this film, would you like to show the audiences his negative side?
Yes, it's a role, it's fiction, so it's not Tiger, he's not playing himself, he's playing a character. If I was to connect it, I would say that, Chen Hu was part of creating the story, if not inspiring the story. He has a traditional martial art background, and he's also a very modern guy. So that was the basis for the story. So in terms of the dark side, it brought out what we thought about in terms of a journey going into the dark, and the ideas of, meditation, the idea of balance, the idea of power and control. But it's fiction. it's not him. He's a wonderful actor, and he's playing Chen Linhu, who's his role.
Are you satisfied with his performance?
Yeah, he's amazing in it. Not only I knew his martial arts side. The movie Kung Fu would be exceptional, and it is. But he also brings an accessibility to him, and a subtlety and a richness of feeling. He carries the movie. He's amazing.
Besides Tiger Chen, the actress is Karen Ma. We've watched some news. It said that you observed Karen Ma in Go La La Go, a Chinese movie. So why did you watch this movie, and who recommended you this?
Yeah, when you work on a film, you have a person named a casting director. And the casting director speaks to you about the roles, and then they present actors and actresses to review. For the role of the police officer in Hong Kong, I wanted a strength and intelligence, a vulnerability, and the casting director suggested the idea of Karen Mok and showed me this film. And so I watched the film, thought she was great in it. And then we met, and on that day I asked her if she would be in the film, because she's amazing.
Great. So without your direction, I think Magic could not be watched by Chinese audiences so successfully and easily. We think that you played a very, very important role in this film. So how do you think that?
Yeah, hopefully people like the films that I've been in, and if they do, thank you very much. And hopefully, they'll like, what I do in the film as a villain, and hopefully enjoy the movie.
We know that you not only direct The Man of Tai Chi and produce the Kung Fu Man, the two movies will be shown in China soon. So are you afraid that your appeal has been faded by these two films?
By which two films? I'm sorry.
Man of Tai Chi and Kung Fu Man. These two movies, they will be shown in recent times.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are you afraid that your appeal has been faded?
You mean, I hope not. I don't know. I don't act in Kung Fu Man, so I don't know. Tiger has, he's the star of that film, and I think it was really great that he had the chance to work on another project. To be acting and to be a part of a film. So he did Kung Fu Man first, and it was great to know that. I think he brought that experience with him to Man of Tai Chi Sha, and so it was great.
You are the executive producer of the Kung Fu Man?
No, I didn't executive produce it. No, what happened is I gave his partner, producing partner, Daxing Zhang, who also worked on the development of Tai Chi Sha. They had an idea for a story for Kung Fu Man, and so I wanted to support and promote the idea of Tiger going to, make another film before we would work together. Well, yeah, I gave some money, some what I call seed money, to help them do the development and get together and start to make the movie.
So you are the investor?
I was an investor.
Oh, investor. In recent years, the Kung Fu films are not so popular, so there are not so many shown in North America. So would you like to show you this film in North America?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think Tai Chi Sha is a film that can play internationally. I think the themes in the film and the way it entertains is and my hope and what I feel is an international movie. So I'm looking forward to. We got accepted to the Toronto International Film Festival in September. So that'll be its North American premiere, and we have distribution for the States, and so I'm looking forward to giving people a chance to see the movie.
Hope it will go
Yes, thank you. Thank you.